All right, we did it. Look at that. There's nowhere else to go but downhill from here. I mean, look at that. 7 subscribers, 31 views, and we managed to already get noticed by Senpai. Next up on the chopping block, David does tech stuff. And yes, that is how you pronounce the name. So, just for clarification, I did look it up. See? There it is. From his merch store itself. Anyway, you think after last video I'd be a little bit more prepared as to what I should say during the actual drawing portion, but considering I'm a very slow learner, and I genuinely don't learn, no, there's nothing prepared at all, and I'm just going to continue to ramble as I draw. Basically, though, if you've ever watched David's videos, you would know that he's a pretty funny man, and there's an iconic little, I don't know what you would call it, opener? He's got an opening sequence. Maybe I should get an opening sequence. I don't know. If you guys want a long-form video, maybe I'll try and ramble even longer and make an opening sequence for my channel. I don't know. All 7 subscribers of you, if that's what you want, then make your voices heard in the comments. I only got 2 comments last time, So, considering one of them was Senpai, I only really got 1 comment last time. Yeah, anyway, long story short, David's videos are all kinds of fun tech nonsense, lots of reviews of pre-built PCs, things to make them better, and he's got away with words. Lots of different ways to say visceral garbage. Very entertaining. Anyway, he's got an opening on his video where it's just this little picture of a finger slowly drawing into a CPU on like a little block. And I thought it would be funny to try and illustrate that same picture for his merch store, because he recently launched a merch store and all of his merch is like font. It's typography, which I'm not saying it looks bad, but I feel like you sometimes need a little bit more than typography. So, I'm going to do the standard. I'll hit him up with all of this stuff, and maybe, just maybe, if we're lucky, it'll end up on his merch store. Because I sent the stuff to Elliot of the Retro Future, and I think he was just being polite. I'm going to be honest. He's a real nice guy, and I think he was just being really nice. Classic Brit stuff. But, I'm taking it a step down from Brit and going to Canadian. They're both nice, but, one of these days I'm just going to get completely ignored. So we'll see what happens with this one. Anyway, right now we're working on doodling again with the Samsung Galaxy tablet. Who knows? Maybe if I keep this up long enough, I'll get sponsored by one of those fancy Huion tablets. I think that's what they're called. Or even, gosh, I don't even know what the name of the fancier tablets are. Whatever. I don't expect that. I also thought it'd be fun to add like a weird little lightning bolt, and I spent way too long trying to figure out how to draw a lightning bolt here, so you get to watch my pain as I tried to figure this out, and it looked really, really tacky, but then I came up with this brilliant idea to salvage the tackiness by drawing like cracks into the little CPU die. And so, I think it made it look overall pretty decent, but, excuse me, a little burp there. Considering I don't know which one would be more decent for a shirt, I just figured, hey, look, we got it with the crack, without the crack, whatever suits the fancy. And then we go into the true bane of my horror, trying to draw an oval. I went back into Illustrator. Originally, my plan was to try and do one of those caricature type art things, and I ended up drawing this horrendous looking egg. But, in the end, I managed to salvage it, but you're going to have to wait to the end to see it, unless you fast forward there. Don't fast forward there, please. I need the watch time. Please, stay. Please don't do it. Don't do this to me. We've been through this together, you and I, so much. We've been through so much together that you wouldn't just fast forward to the end of the video yet, would you? You wouldn't do that to me? After all that we've been through? Anyway, long story short, there's a... This is one of those things where I'm like, you ever see one of those drawing videos? Maybe I'm the only person who watches art videos, but you watch the creation of, and like half of the video, you're just like, that does not look like the end game. 90% of this does not look like the end game. And it's the last like 10% that changes everything. That's pretty much what happened. And what's even worse is, technically speaking, I still did some off-camera stuff or off-recording software stuff at the very end to make it, you know, whatever. Look at those little beady black eyes. It's wonderful. Staring into the dark chasm of your soul. Yeah, I couldn't remember what color David's eyes were, and I eventually did look it up. They're green. But at the moment, I was just like, I don't want to look it up. And so they stayed as dark, soulless abysses. And this is the classic lazy, you know, artist in you where you're like, do I want to draw more, or can I just cheat the system? And eventually I think I just settled on cheating the system a little bit. It looks decent. And then we get like laziest beard hair ever. Then little circle ears, little tiny bit of a parallax there. And ready for the teeth? At some point I decided I was going to try and make teeth. Okay, it's not yet. It's coming up. But look at that, little thumbs. His profile picture is this cool little thumb thing, and I tried to recreate it, like I said, caricature style. He smiles a lot in his videos. He's got a wonderful smile. Unfortunately, my art skills are not up to snuff for a smile, and I very quickly scrapped this horror idea of putting teeth up there. I tried making it look like a smile, and the more I did it, the more I was just like, oh gosh, this is horrible. So yeah, we're just going with, you know, random palette of mouth colored skin. It's beautiful, just like you. Anyway, yeah, but overall, you know, it's pretty decent. Get a little bit of eyebrows in there, you know, some of those finishing touches, and then I think this is around the time I went and looked at his actual picture, and I realized, oh, he's also got his beard like connects to his face. And, you know, I am not actually good at graphic design. I'm one of the there's like graphic designers in the graphic design world that would absolutely hate me. I'm like one of those people that can like cheat the system. I can get something for someone, like I can make an end product that looks decent, but the actual true design efforts are really bad. Yeah, when I looked at his picture, I also realized David has like darker hair than his beard hair. Yeah, the pupils also got scrapped instantly. I was like, okay, we're not having dark soulless pupils. Anyway, we tried to do some little shines and stuff here and shading, and it looked like a cut on his skin. Eventually I scrapped that, but look at this. Look at lazy talent right here. This is where you get into lazy mode pretty hard. So we're just touching it up, making some nice little, you know, shades, and then I had to fix it up, but still, come on, look at that. It's starting to look better. Like I said, at the very end, I managed to just touch everything up just perfect. Get a little bit of highlights on those thumbs. Gotta make him look nice and shiny. If he's not a shiny boy, do you even want him? I mean, come on, no one really wants that. Thought about putting a shine up on his forehead, but, you know, it didn't look good, so we got rid of it. A few times I ended up messing up there, but overall, I mean, it looks pretty decent. And then, bam, look at that. More off-camera stuff to make it look a little bit better. Centered some things, put his channel name on there, and bam, we're done. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.